Let's head back downtown. Lakers head coach Darvin Ham is speaking with Mike Trudell in the media.
Hey, Darvin, with about 4:20 left or so, LeBron hits the and one, you're up by 8. At that point, put Russ back in. It seemed like they were defending him with Nurkic some.
Yeah.
Just wondered what you saw down the stretch and on both ends of the court.
I mean, just wanted another athletic perimeter defender out there just in case we wanted to go into our red pick-and-roll defense, switching everything. You know, obviously Dame got going as such a threat. Any and everywhere on the floor, but that was the plan. And again, just trying to keep the ball, put the ball in your best players' hands. And I thought we did a great job of giving ourselves a chance to win. And some things we just need to tighten up and do better. And us included as a coaching staff and our guys. But, you know, again, small incremental steps in the right direction. We're going to get better from this. From all three of these first 3 games, we'll continue to keep getting better.
I was going to ask you what your message is in the locker room, and maybe that's it. But after a disappointing loss and the shots continue to not fall, how do you relay that in the locker room?
I mean, just say, if all else fails, one thing has to remain, and that's us being competitive and us playing the right way on offense and just being competitive totally. I mean, we had some little shaky segments there in the first half, and we were able to go in still in spite of playing poorly, in my opinion. We were able to go into halftime, make some adjustments, really just adjustments to our approach and our energy, and came out in the second half, had a wonderful second half. Great defensive third quarter, and again, put ourselves in a position to win. And I just told him, man, it's disappointing to lose, but, I don't feel depressed or anger because we competed. And we have 79 more games left. And I know I'm well aware of where I'm coaching. And the magnitude of every game, people hang on every win and loss, but it's going to be a process. It's going to be a process, and we'll get to the point where we're finishing games. Tonight we played well for a large portion of the game, of the 48-minute game, and we just got to look at it on film and see what went right, see what went wrong, and just move on, deal with it, learn from it, get better.
Darvin, what were your thoughts on the late game execution after you had the 7-point lead? A couple of 3-point shots out of plays and shot that was took early in the shot clock?
I mean, it's one of those things, like I said, we can be better. We have a list of things, a menu of things that we can do, and teams are going to try to change their matchups, throughout, and especially in the latter part of the game. So it's just trying to get to it. But, just because a play is in your pocket, you have to execute it. Like, you have to focus and bog down. You have to screen. You have to cut with a purpose. You have to drive the ball with a purpose. So just because you have plays, a multitude of plays available, you still have to make them work. And, again, I thought without watching the game, I have to go back and break the game down later on today. But just my initial thoughts is, we tried to put the ball in the right people's hands, calling different things, and they were throwing different matchups, different defenses at us out there throughout the game. So it's just learning and having a package for our guys.
Darvin, not understanding that the game is more than 2 shot attempts, and a lot happened in between. As like BT mentioned, there was that 3 that Russ takes that's open, and Dame comes down and hits one, and then the 2-for-1 attempt. They were both open shots, but is that score in time? Are you okay with that, with those decisions?
Yeah, the second one, I just wish he'd attacked the rim. Pat tried to set a little screen. Nurkic was in front of him, kind of back. In those moments, if you're going to go 2-for-1, I think it has to be either you're going downhill to attack the rim or you're going downhill for a draw and kick. I felt like we settled on that. And, you can make the debate to call the time out there or not. I'd rather not. And because, again, the 2-for-1 was at our advantage. But, just the shot selection is something we have to work on, something that we have to get better at as we move forward, and understanding time and score and where you want to attack in those type of situations.
He's been such a lightning rod since his time in Los Angeles, Russ. And he's off to a good start in some regards, not shooting it great. Do you sense him going through anything confidence-wise, or is this all rolling off his back behind closed doors, what we're not seeing?
I mean, he's been great. When I see him in the gym, or we go through our walkthroughs and our practices. It's fine. I don't see any sort of disruption. I don't feel anything from him that's different. But you would have to ask him. As far as I'm concerned, I think he's fine. It's just, getting better, learning a new system. It's a lot more being required of him defensively, and different ways for him to play offensively in terms of being a screener as well as a guy that's trying to initiate. So, and he knows the lines of communication. My office door is always open. I always want players to know where they stand with me.